Hey guys, happy Friday. It's Friday. It's time for Pocket with Joe. It is Friday, March 24th. We got 3 games on the board today. And of course, we're going to go over each and every one of them. I want to thank you guys for being here. And Todd, congratulations. I am so glad you cashed big yesterday on the Boston and Canadiens game. Fantastic to hear. Matt, happy Friday to you. Now, kind of disappointed, you guys. To say the least, we almost hit the dream long shot parlay yesterday. Do you want to know what killed us? The Kraken and the Predators to go over 6. Low scoring game there. But you guys, we had the Wild and the Flyers over 5.5, cashed easily. Montreal plus 2.5, cashed. We had the Lightning and the Senators first period over 1.5. That cashed. We had the Leafs and the Panthers first period over 1.5. That cashed. The Blues cashed on the money line. The Capitals cashed on the money line. Vegas and the Flames over 1.5 in the first period cashed. The Sharks and Vancouver over 1.5 the first period cashed. The Jets on the money line first period pushed. So we still would have won that parlay. I tell you, I was so upset that the Kraken and the Preds did not give us more. But that's okay. It's all good. We're going to hit another dream long shot parlay one of these days. But again, I appreciate you guys. Chris, congratulations so much on hitting a 5-leg parlay. That is absolutely fantastic to hear. I love hearing people cash. So you guys make sure you drop below what you're liking, what you're parlaying, so everyone else can tail you. Whole point of this show, my mama is in YouTube here. So big shout out to my mom. I know that disappointing loss for the Calgary Flames last night. My mom was at the game, losing to the Vegas Golden Knights, but my mom looked absolutely adorable in the stands. I really should share your picture of you and Steve, Mom. It was so cute, but I won't. Let's jump into today's games, you guys. Like I said, we got 3 games on the board for today, and we're not going to go with a lot of favorites here. I'm kind of regretting saying that right as I do, but we're going to let's talk about the New York Islanders taking on the Columbus Blue Jackets. Now, this is going to be an interesting matchup. 7 o'clock Eastern here, total of 6 in this one. Islanders coming in as such a large favorite, minus 200 here on the money line with Sorokin expected in goal. Now, we do have Columbus plus 170 here. Hutchinson expected. Now, he's 0-2-1 on the season. He's got a 2.83 goals against average. Shots against him tonight is 28.5. I am looking at his save shots on goal. We see the Columbus Blue Jackets rolling in here with that win in OT versus the Washington Capitals. And when we look at the New York Islanders here, they won their last 3. They got that big win over the Toronto Maple Leafs. That was a 7-2 win. I know a lot of faith coming in the Islanders here. I still think this team is too inconsistent for me to lay this price on this team here. I'm going to look at a couple of things. Columbus is coming home from a road trip, and normally this is a fade situation for teams off a road trip, but Columbus is the opposite. Looking at Columbus off a road trip, they've gone 9-3 in their last 12 games following a road trip of 7 days or more. So I'm going to look at them on the puck line here. Plus 1.5 in the Columbus Blue Jackets is coming in at minus 135. And I do think there is enough value here. This is the first leg of a back-to-back, too, for the New York Islanders coming into this one. They got the Sabres on deck, and they failed to cover that puck line in each of their last 9 games as a favorite following a home win. So it's a bad spot for them. Now, the last 5 for the Columbus Blue Jackets, they covered the puck line as a home underdog versus the New York Islanders. So this is a spot where they normally get that cover anyway. And the home team, home ice advantage has been huge between these two, with the home team winning 5 of the last 7. Now, the last time these teams matched up back in December, we did have a really tight game. It was a 2-1 win for the Islanders. I do think this one, though, is higher scoring. We've seen the Islanders put up those goals. So I would lean on the over in this one if you're looking for a total of 6. Both teams just getting those goals as of late. Columbus allowing a lot too. We look at the Islanders, they're 5-1 in their last 6 to that over, and the Columbus Blue Jackets 7-1 in their last 8 to that over. So give me Columbus plus 1.5 at -135. Am I going to sprinkle money line? No, I'm not going to sprinkle money line. If they win it by the money line, I'll be happy for them, but having one bet on the Columbus Blue Jackets is enough for me. But I do think Johnny Gaudreau comes out, gets that anytime goal. Looking at him for the anytime goal tonight is plus 195. Oh, I love you, Mama. It's so nice to have my mom in here. And nice to see you here too. Kelly having a shout out to my mom as well. Oh, Kelly, what an amazing comment. Thank you so much. My mom is 100 times more of a nicer person than me. So you think I'm nice. Imagine how nice my mother must be. Hutchinson is awful. I know he is awful. So he's been in net 3 times. They've gone 2, and yeah, he's not solid, but he's still got a 2.83. I just don't trust in the Islanders, their inconsistency. So if you don't want to take Columbus on that puck line, you don't think offensively they can do enough, you could look at the New York Islanders team total if you don't believe in the full game over. I have enough trust in the full game over, and I have enough trust in the Columbus Blue Jackets to keep up offensively in this one. I just don't trust the Islanders very much. Bo Horvat, you could look at for that anytime goal if you're looking for a bet on the Islanders side as well. Big shout out to you, Benji. Thank you for being here. Your Knights just destroying my Calgary Flames again last night. That first period, I tell you, I really thought Calgary's best chance was that first period. Not able to get it to overtime either. So big struggles for Calgary right now. It's not looking good. Let's look at the next game on deck, you guys. We have at 7 o'clock Eastern, the New Jersey Devils at -175 taking on the Buffalo Sabres at +150. Total is high at 7, and I'm a little worried about this one, you guys, to be honest with you. Buffalo Sabres are ready to go home and ready to check out. I almost feel it's kind of trappy, this game here. I'm going to play this one very cautiously, to be honest with you. I think the Devils should absolutely win this. Something in my gut, though, is telling me watch out for the Buffalo Sabres tonight. They've been absolutely dreadful. Like you guys know, I'm ready to send this team golfing. I don't even want to talk about them anymore like I can expected for them. His save shots on goal numbers coming in at 31.5. And I'm kind of interested in this one because we look at the New Jersey Devils. We know even if the Devils win this, they're going to be able to get all of these shots on goal. The Buffalo Sabres defense has not been stepping up. They're allowing that 33 shots on goal per game, and they're averaging or the Devils are averaging 34.5. So I do think this is a game where the Devils come out and get 40 shots. So looking at, like, again, expected save shots on goal at 31.5, I do think there's value in taking that over. But I really don't want to put money here with the Buffalo Sabres. We look at the New Jersey Devils. They're sitting second in the Metro. They are off an overtime loss to the Minnesota Wild. They got us to overtime, just couldn't get us a win. That was a 2-1 low scoring. Now they are on their first leg of a back-to-back. They're back home to face the Ottawa Senators tomorrow. And the Buffalo Sabres on their first leg of a back-to-back facing the Islanders tomorrow. Now the Sabres come in with rest. This is my caution here of taking the Devils straight up. Well, I do think they're the better team. While they're the team I have faith in, I'm not backing the Island or the Buffalo Sabres. I just can't put my money on them to lose us more money again. But we look at the Sabres team. Off of 2 days rest, they've gone 4-1 in their last 5. And the Devils really struggled as of late. They've only won 1 of their last 4. So I think the Devils are the better team. I'm going to try to find a way to bet them. I do think the Devils come out strongest in that first period. Looking at the Devils on the puck line in the first period, only covering that half a goal is plus 132. And I do think there's value there. Now, with the struggles that the defense has had, Lankigan is going to take a lot of shots on goal. I do expect about 40 shots on him here. And we can get the team total of the New Jersey Devils over 3.5. It's just juiced at -148. So I expect them to put up the goals in this one, especially off a really hard defensive battle versus the Minnesota Wild, in which they were only able to score 1. I do expect that offensive pushback in this game and them to take it out on the Buffalo Sabres. So I think you've got value in the puck line first period and the over 3.5. This total sitting at 7, it's high. So this is another nice live betting opportunity that we can take here. Look for this game in that first 5 minutes that the Buffalo Sabres defense can withstand the New Jersey Devils in that first 5 minutes. We will see this total shift from 7 down to 6.5, and then we can live bet it over, because I do expect this one to go over. The Sabres have been so poor that I almost expect a rebound game out of them, and that's why I'm not confident in the Devils for the full game, while I do think they are the better team. Now, props here for the Devils. We know we got to cash with Jack Hughes again. I would look at his points tonight, his shots on goal, or the anytime goal, wherever you're finding the best value. I would do the anytime goal. And then Timo Meier, he has been nice for us on those points as well. So I'd be looking at his points or the assists tonight. I do think he comes out strong in this one. But that trend for that total, you guys, 8 of the last 9 meetings in Buffalo have gone over that total. He is out for 2 to 4 weeks. You were sweating. Oh, Benji, you were sweating that one. Patrick Lane is out for a couple of weeks, you guys. I did not hear that. When did that come out, Matt? The Blues, the Sabres, first period over. I don't know about that first period. I'm not buying the first period in this one. Sabres being giving out goals like Santa Claus. Yeah, they have Wyatt Leal. That is for sure. Buffalo Sabres, first period over. Yeah, you could look at the first period over between these two. That is one thing I normally like to bet. I'm just not feeling too confident in it in this one. I really do like the Devils team total in this one. Arizona and Colorado switch venues today. Absolutely, they do. 60th goal. Yeah, McKinnon should come out. McKinnon will come out strong. We're going to talk about that in a minute, because I do like the Coyotes in that matchup, you guys. The Devils over 3.5. Yeah, I do think that is a really solid way to go. Looking at that over 3.5, 2 goals apiece in regulation for New Jersey Devils and Buffalo parlay piece. I like it with Houston tonight, talking some NCAA. Live bet the Blues when they were down yesterday. Hell yeah, you did. That was some good plus money. I jumped back in on it too. It was beautiful to see them get that win. Now let's talk about those Arizona Coyotes taking on the Colorado Avalanche. Now, Benji, I know you are already screaming Arizona Coyotes puck line. They have not been letting us down, and that's exactly the way I'm going to go. You can grab them plus the 2.5 at minus 125. You can grab them plus the 1.5 at, I believe it is plus money. I can't remember what it was at, but I do think both ones, you should be pretty safe. I'm actually sprinkling on them on the money line at plus 360. I do think they have the opportunity to pull off this upset. Now, Cale Makar back in the lineup for the Colorado Avalanche. This is their last home game. They're coming in, they're hitting the road. They will hit the road to face Arizona in Arizona, which you guys know, the Coyotes are so good at home since they've got Mullet Arena. So in a way, I'm only sprinkling on that money line because I do think it's tight. I could see them getting the win on Sunday in Mullet Arena, but I think they have the opportunity to pull off the upset here, and then they lose the next one at home. They covered the puck line as an underdog the last 9 games, you guys, and they're 5-1 in their last 6 games, playing on one day's rest. Now, this one has an opportunity to go to overtime, too. I think Arizona just plays them tight as hell in this one. The last time these teams played was March 11th. The Avs won in OT. It was a 3-2 style game, and I'm expecting very, very similar in this one. So ride with me, the Arizona Coyotes, plus 2.5, plus 1.5, sprinkle that overtime. They also forced Edmonton to go to overtime as well. That was a 4-3 game. They forced the Avs the last time out to go to overtime. This one to go to overtime is plus 470. We're getting so much value there. Now, like I said, Cale Makar back in the lineup for Colorado. So if you want to look at his shots on goal or Nathan McKinnon's shots on goal tonight, we know Arizona is going to give up those shots. They're allowing an average of 35.6 shots on goal per game. Now, looking at Vejmelka coming out here for the Arizona Coyotes, I do think there's an opportunity to take his save shots on goal tonight. It is coming in at 32.5. Now, we look at the Coyotes, they allow an average of 35.6, and Colorado allowing an average of 33.1. I do expect Colorado to go over their average shots on goal And for Arizona to stay relevant in this, Vejmelka has to come out and save over 32.5. So if you're liking Arizona, if you're thinking we're getting those shots by the Colorado Avalanche in this one, you have to take his save shots on goal to that over as well. Now, really interesting stat on that money line for the Colorado Avalanche. They have won their last 4 as an underdog following overtime. So they have every opportunity to keep this trend going. Clayton Keller, you guys know we cashed with him that last game. He got us that beautiful plus money for that anytime goal. Now tonight we can get him for an anytime goal at plus 155. We can get his shots on goal, 3+ shots on goal at minus 130. So whichever one of those you like, but he had 2 goals the last game versus Edmonton and a goal in each of the Coyotes' last 2 games versus the Colorado Avalanche. So I think there's a prime opportunity for him to score. Keep rolling hot. He's off a 2-goal game versus Edmonton. Last 2 games versus Colorado, he's been able to put up those goals. Clayton Keller seems to be rolling hot, especially against the Avs. Now, really interesting, I was looking at the head-to-head matchup. So when we look at the last matchup, that one went to OT. That was a 3-2 win for Colorado. Do you know that the Avs won the last 3 games? Now, they were in Colorado the last 2 games. December 28th, they won it 6-3. And then March of last season, they won that matchup 2-1 in Colorado. They also won at home 3-2 back last season as well. So the Coyotes seem to really have Colorado's number. I really do think it is a great chance to take them here. Definitely the way I think you should go with this one. Jack Hughes, 2+ points. I love it. I do think Jack Hughes comes out nice and strong, Benji, for sure in this one. New Jersey Devils, first period over 1.5 for Joe there. Oh, my mom. I love you, Mama. Thanks so much for all your sweet comments. I appreciate you so much. You guys, the Sabres and the Devils, both teams to score in the first period. Joe, you know that's a bet that I normally love to go to. And if the Sabres come out strong enough, I do think we could have it. And I like taking that bet a lot better than I do the over 1.5. And here is why. Because I think the chance, it's the Sabres either come out completely flat or they get us that 1 goal. We know the Devils are going to get us 1 goal in the first period. I 100% expect it. But if I'm going to look at this game, the value we're going to get on both teams to score over just taking the 1.5, let's just have a look at what it's coming in at. And this is why I was hesitant on taking the total over 1.5. Because, yeah, if you take over 1.5 in the first period, you're getting minus 160. There's not enough value for me to take that unless I grab it, extend that up to 2. Both teams to score in the first period, plus 140. I have a little bit more faith in that bet just because I like the value we're getting on it. Value-wise, I do think it's worth it. The Buffalo Sabres really need to turn things around. So that's where it scares me. New Jersey being scoring in the second period. Yeah, they absolutely have. And that's another thing to consider. Plus 2.5 at minus 122 over on FanDuel. Benji for the Coyotes. I do think that is a solid way to go. Larry taking the Avs on the money line and McKinnon anytime goal. The Devils money line, Jack Hughes anytime goal, and the Islanders on the money line. Larry, I want to wish you best of luck there. Yeah, that over in the second period. We've seen a lot of these second periods fly over that total. So something definitely to live bet and look at for sure. Okay, you guys, that is it. 3-pick parlay. All 3 matches over. The only one I'm scared about is Colorado's game. I'm not sure if I can get there with the over in that one. Total 6.5. If you buy it up to 7, I would like that a lot better than the 6.5. So yeah, there we go. Yeah, hit that like, you guys. I would really appreciate it, Colorado. Okay. How about the Coyotes shots on goal? I don't like looking at the Coyotes shots on goal because, you guys, when we look at the Arizona Coyotes, and this is what scares me, looking at prop bets for that, this team is only averaging 25.7 shots on goal per game. I don't think this is one where you would want to prop bet any of their players' shots on goal, just because they're not averaging that many shots, but they're connecting with these shots on goal. So if you like someone like Clayton Keller here, 3+ shots on goal at -130, it's a pretty safe bet because he's being hot, but you're better off taking him for the anytime goal at +155 because he could get 2 shots on goal and connect with one of them. So that's how I look at these when you have a team that's not able to get as many shots, but they're still connecting with them. You are welcome, Joe. You guys. Yeah, you guys drop that like. So, okay. Let's recap. We'll build a parlay. I appreciate each and every one of you for being here. So the New York Islanders and the Columbus Blue Jackets, I'm going to take the Columbus Blue Jackets on the puck line +1.5 at -135. If you're worried Columbus won't be able to keep up and Sorokin has a phenomenal night, you know the Islanders have been scoring. This is a team that used to be playing really solidly to that under, been scoring a lot of goals. They put up 7 on the Toronto Maple Leafs. So their team total coming in at 3.5. I don't mind that over, but I do think this is one where Columbus keeps it tight. I'm looking at Johnny Gaudreau to have a solid game in this one. For the parlay, I'm going to take the Columbus Blue Jackets +1.5. The New Jersey Devils and the Buffalo Sabres. Like I told you guys, I'm a little worried about this one. Buffalo's been one of those teams that should have won. But I'm really down on them right now. I can't put money on them to have a bounce back game. We know the Devils have struggled in their last couple. They're in the Metro, second in the Metro. They're fighting because we know the Rangers and the Canes are all fighting for that first place in the Metro. I do think this is one the Devils should win. Should wins never get us a win. So that being said, I am staying off the full game. I'm going to take the Devils in the first period on that puck line, expecting them to come out strong. Now, if you guys want to take that first period over 1.5, like I said, I do like both teams to score better because we're getting value at +140. I just can't get behind -160 for the over 1.5. And yes, could the Sabres come out completely flat? Absolutely. Could this be a scoreless game for the Sabres? Absolutely. But I don't think so. I really do think we have to give some weight for this team to come back. I lean on this over. It's at 7 though, you guys. Wait for that first couple minutes. As long as we don't see the Devils or the Sabres score automatically, we're going to see this drop down to 6.5. And that is when I would hit it to that over 4-3 style game. It's not out of possibility here. So that's where I'm going with that one. I do like Jack Hughes for the anytime goal, Timo Meier for the anytime goal. You can also take their shots on goal. We know the Devils just fly for these shots on goal. Now, Vanacek is expected here. Lankin is confirmed for the Buffalo Sabres. His number's coming in at 31.5. So I am flirting with taking that to the over. We know the Devils are flying with these shots. They're averaging 34.6. Even if the Devils win, I still think Lankin can save over 31.5 saved on shots. Even with a higher scoring game, we know we're going to get these shots. So for the parlay, I'm going to take the Devils team total. It is high at 3.5 at -148, but for the parlay, I do like that. And then the last game, the Arizona Coyotes and the Colorado Avalanche. Give me the Coyotes in the parlay +2.5 on that puck line at -125. I do think this is one where I'm sprinkling on the Coyotes to pull off the upset. We know it's quite possible against Colorado. Colorado's last home game before they hit the road. We're going to see them get back on the road in their next game versus Arizona. So that will be on Sunday to start that road trip. I believe the Ducks are on deck next. Colorado sitting third in the Central right now. They're taking on the Arizona Coyotes, 7th in the Central. Now, we've seen Boston when they're facing divisional opponents, like when they face the Buffalo Sabres, they come out completely to destroy. I just think the Coyotes have had their number as of late. So I do think there's value. Clayton Keller, I like his anytime goal the best at +155. Shots on goal at -130 for 3+ shots on goal. I think there's value, but like I said, the Coyotes don't throw out a lot of shots on goal. But if anyone's going to get these shots tonight, it will be Clayton Keller. He is rolling very hot. Looking at the other side of the pot, we know Colorado will be getting these shots tonight. So Vejmelka has to stand tall. I do like his save shots on goal over 32.5. And then I like Cale Makar and Nathan McKinnon, both over on their shots on goal tonight. So it should be a good one. You guys make sure you buy those shots up to get value on them, because if you just take them at the normal the books are giving you, you're not getting enough value. Yeah, thanks, Kelly. I appreciate you being here. That is for sure. So appreciate each and every one of you. Buffalo could lose this 2-1. I know. It's a problem with Buffalo right now. I'm not sure how much they're going to come out to play this. I think they're ready for the golf course, you guys. We should get some effort out of them, but I think this is a team that if they get down, I don't see them fighting back anymore. I think once they get down, that's it. And the Devils are just going to steamroll over them if they do. I appreciate you, Johnny, too. I appreciate each and every one of you for spending your time with me each day. So tomorrow, Saturday, we've got a major slate. I will be going live in the morning. Let's just see what time that first game kicks off tomorrow. The first game kicking off at 1 o'clock Eastern. So we've got a whole bunch of day games tomorrow, you guys. I will try to split up. Actually, no, we'll do one Pocket with Joe. I will try to do it before. We've got 2 1 o'clock Eastern games. So make sure you hit that like, hit that subscribe button, turn on those notifications so you know when I go live, not so when you go live, so that you know. I will aim for a half an hour before, so 12:30 Eastern, I will aim to go live. We'll discuss what have we got? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 15 games on the board. So join me tomorrow. It's going to be a lot of fun. I will be on Sports Grid tomorrow night. Make sure you join me there as well. I'm also guesting on Sports Grid tonight. I will be there at 7 o'clock Eastern, so make sure you guys check that out. But I appreciate each and every one of you for being here. Have a good one. Keep smiling. Let's make some freaking money tonight. And let's have some fun. So you guys, all the best in all of your bets. Thanks, Mom. Thanks for liking on the main page. I love you. Once you get out of the live chat, it's much easier. So, okay. So join me on Sports Grid tonight, 7 o'clock Eastern. Join me on Sports Grid tomorrow. I will be on Sports Grid tomorrow from 8 p.m. to 12 p.m. Eastern, or that's 12 a.m. Eastern. And then on Sunday, 12 p.m. to 4 p.m. Eastern. So you guys, I'll see you there. Big shout out, Randy. Haven't seen your name in a while. Appreciate you. Groovy Caps, say hi to Jarvie for me. I appreciate you guys. Have a good one. We'll be back tomorrow at 12:30 Eastern for another Pocket with Joe. Bye, guys. Bye, Mom.